Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NASCAR Xfinity Series Ambetter Health 200 from New Hampshire. Literally in about 5 hours is green flag. 211 miles, 200 laps, 3 stages, 45, 45, 110. A field run is between 85 and 90 laps. You get 4 sets of tires. So you may have, track position has always been king. You may have teams trying to go stage 1, stage 2 on a load of fuel if they can save fuel. One last pit stop. As long as tires don't give up, you can do that. But I think somebody might try that and then save their tires for the second stage or third stage. What I would do, especially if I'm in the back of the pack or back of the points, you want track position, you stay out. Stay out to the in the second stage, split the third stage in half. But I'm not a crew chief, so that's just, hey, this would work. Yeah, but if tires are giving up a second or two after a 20-lap run, yeah, you're going to want tires. Joe Gibbs and Toyota have dominated this race. 6 straight wins, 2015 through 2021. 3 by Christopher Bell, 2 by Kyle Busch, and 1 by Denny Hamlin. Last year, though, broke that streak. Justin Allgaier, Junior Motorsports, got the victory. So speaking of last year, Stage 1, Ryan Sieg, Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger, William Byron, Brandon Brown. Stage 2, William Byron, Landon Castle, Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger, Trevor Bayne. The top 10 was Justin Allgaier, Trevor Bayne, Brandon Brown, Jeremy Clements, Sheldon Creed, Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon, Kyle Weatherman, Mason Massey, and Bailey Curry. And Austin Dillon is actually in this race. He is in the number 10 All-Star car for Colic Racing. That car has been just dominant this year. I don't think there's any other Cup guys in this race, which is kind of shocking to me. Let's take a look at the entry list here. So, Blaine Perkins in the 02. See, Connor Mozak is in the 24 for Sam Hunt Racing. Chris Hacker is in the RSS number 38. Rajah Kruth is in the 44 for Alpha Prime. Greg Van Alst is in the 45 for Alpha Prime. So Jeffrey Earnhardt this week. Can't talk today. No Jeffrey Earnhardt this week, which kind of made me sad. But hey, you know what? I get it. And then Austin Dillon, the 10 for Colic Racing. So yeah, pretty much all Xfinity guys except for the one. So if we look at Phoenix, Richmond, and New Hampshire, the last 6 races, the last year and this year, which a lot of people will compare those tracks. In 2 races, with 1 win, Chandler Smith averaged a 3.0. Chandler Smith's on the pole. That kid can straight drive. In the right situation, and any driver's that way, in the right situation, which he has been so far, you got to figure in his career, short career that it's been, he was with Pinty Motorsports and ARCA, which is one of the top teams. He was at KBM for two and a half seasons, one of the top teams. And now he's with Joe Gibbs Racing, or Colic Racing and Xfinity, one of the top teams. So if he can continue that progression when he gets to Cup in a couple years and stay with a top tier team, sky's the limit for this kid. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to go around a bunch of championships, but he'll get a bunch of wins. He'll be there. He was 3rd in points, 8th in points his 2 years in the Truck Series. So he's the type of driver, maybe a Bobby Allison type, maybe a Darrell Waltrip type. Maybe more Bobby Allison, David Pearson. The guys just go out there week in, week out, get wins, have a good points finish, but may not end up with the number of championships that other drivers would. And then John Hunter averaged 3.75 on these tracks. Ironically, he qualified 2nd. Cole Custer, 8.5 average finish. He qualified 6th. Sheldon Creed, 9.3 on these tracks. Sheldon qualified 17th. Sammy Smith, average finish through Phoenix, Richmond, New Hampshire, 10.0 with a win. Sammy Smith qualified 7th. Josh Berry, average finish on those tracks, 10.8. He qualified 3rd. Austin Hill, 11.1. He qualified 8th. So what I'm getting at is these drivers that have ran well at Phoenix, Richmond, and New Hampshire qualified well at New Hampshire this week. Justin Allgaier, 12.1 average finish with a win. He's qualified 4th. He won last year. Daniel Hemrick, 15.1. Brandon Jones, 16.3 average finish on these tracks. Gets wins in almost every season he's been in the Xfinity Series, if I remember correctly. Let's pull that stat up here real quick. So his Xfinity career started back with RCR. I forgot all about that. So since he got with Junior Motorsports, he won, I guess, 3 out of the last 4 years. Or Joe Gibbs, he won 3 of the last 4 years. You don't think about Brandon Jones, but he spent 2 years with RCR, 16 and 17, 2018 through 2022 with Joe Gibbs, and now this year with Junior Motorsports. He's had 252 career Xfinity starts, 5 wins. He's only 26 years old. That's craziness. But he qualified 5th. We know Junior Motorsports runs well here. Qualified 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 10th. And they won last year. And then Sam Mayer average finish 17.0. So you got these drivers, Junior Motorsports. You got the Colic, Chandler Smith, John Hunter with Joe Gibbs. These drivers that run well in these type of tracks qualified well in New Hampshire. This is the first time Chandler Smith's been at New Hampshire. And he goes, 0.4 of a second faster than John Hunter to get the pole. I mean, all right. 17 races done of 26 regular season and 9 to go. It's going to be a wild rest of the regular season, if you ask me. We have John Hunter with 3 wins. We have Austin Hill with 3 wins. Cole Custer with 2 wins. Those are kind of your big 3 right now. For the regular season championship, we have Austin Hill minus 16 behind John Hunter. You have Cole Custer minus 45 behind Austin Hill. Why does that matter, people ask? Well, that's 15 bonus points to the regular season champion. That's equivalent to 3 wins. Second place gets 10 bonus points. Third place gets 9. Those bonus points, those are playoff points. They carry on throughout the different parts of the playoffs. So if you leave Martinsville, you could be, say John Hunter wins regular season titles, 15 bonus points, 5 more than second place. He's got 4 point. He has a 4-point lead over whoever the next position is in 5th. He goes on to championship 4 because he got those bonus points. So that's how valuable they can be. Last year, Chase Elliott, look at his playoff run in the Cup Series. He struggled the first 2 rounds. He had so many playoff points that carried him on to the final championship 4. Then we got Justin Allgaier, Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, Jeb Burt, each with 1 win. Now, Justin Allgaier, Chandler Smith, I can definitely see them getting more wins in the next 9 races. Sammy Smith, yeah, because there's a couple tracks he can run well at, get another win. Jeb Burton, maybe Daytona, but he has one at Talladega. Not saying anything wrong with Jordan Anderson Racing. I'm a big fan. Him and Parker Retzlaff, big fan of that team. But there's only certain tracks that teams in that tier level that can go out week in, week out and win. I think they can get through the first round of playoffs, to be honest with you. So you remember in the Xfinity Series, we only have 12 playoff drivers. So Josh Berry, first one without a win, plus 84. Not too bad. 9 races, still a lot of time left. Sam Mayer, plus 46. Daniel Hemrick, plus 41. Sheldon Creed, plus 26. Riley Herbst, plus 6. Parker Klingerman, minus 6. Brett Moffitt, minus 53. Brandon Jones, minus 81. He's got to get a win. I think the only way Brandon Jones, minus 81, Ryan Sieg, minus 116, and Parker Retzlaff, minus 117, the only way they get to the playoffs would be with a win. Now, like Charlotte Meyer says on NASCAR XM Channel 90, I'm the excitement drama guy. I like to be entertained, and most of the races this year have done that for me. But I also like to go with the what if. So if Brandon Jones could pull this race off, that's going to upset the apple cart for the playoffs. So he's currently minus 81. So let's take Brandon Jones out of the playoffs, out of the points, put him in the playoffs, and that drops that playoff line down. So Barry would go instead of plus 84, plus 58. Sam Mayer instead of plus 46, plus 20. Daniel Hemrick plus 15. Now you got Sheldon Creed plus 10. Riley Herbst minus 10. Parker Klingman minus 26. So yeah, it just drops that playoff line down big time. Qualified well, he runs well here, we'll see. But my 4 picks to win the Ambetter Health 200. I'm going with the front row to start out with, not just because they're the front row, because Chandler Smith has a win at this style of track in 2 races, an average finish of 3.0. John Hunter has an average finish of 3.75, and they're actually 2 of my favorite Xfinity drivers. And they both raced for Kyle Busch Motorsports last year, so that's when they became my favorite. Justin Allgaier, he won last year. He can go back-to-back. And then Cole Custer is my other pick. Again, Cole Custer, average finish 8.5. So when I do these videos after the playoff, after qualifying, yeah, I look at it, but I don't. My picks are based on how I feel people are running, how I feel on the style of track or this type of track. Chandler Smith, John Hunter, Cole Custer. Justin Allgaier, yeah, he's down a little bit, but he did win last year. And Junior Motorsports qualified well. So there, I mean, a little bit. I probably was looking at either Sammy Smith or a Josh Berry, but because Allgaier won last year, because all the Junior Motorsports cars qualified well, I went ahead and went with Allgaier. But it seems like here lately, anytime I pick one team member, another team member wins. But, you know, whatever. So that's the case. Hemrick or Austin Dillon will win because I picked Collie Racing. I picked Joe Gibbs, so that means either Joe Graf Jr. or Sammy Smith will win. I picked Justin Allgaier, so that means either Josh Berry or Brandon Jones will win, or Shane Mayer. I picked Cole Custer, so maybe Riley Hurst will win. So, but the picks for sure, Chandler Smith, John Hunter, Justin Allgaier, and Cole Custer. Now this year, I've done okay, 40%. Not great, I know. But NASCAR's hard to pick, guys. I'm 6-8 in the Truck Series. I'm actually 10-7 in the Xfinity Series and 4-14 in the Cup Series. The Next Gen car is blowing that all up. If you look at some of the pre-Next Gen videos I've done, I was actually picking winners a lot in the Cup Series. But yeah, since Next Gen, it's been hard. But that is the Ambetter Health 200 today, USA Network from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.